All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, reporting in for another list build. I'm going to kind of just put out a few videos about a skirmish format in all four factions right now. I'm going to do a 500-point skirmish for Rebels, a 500-point skirmish for Empire, and again for, GAR and CIS. If you haven't checked out anything yet, check out all of the latest videos that I have, especially on the Shadow Collective. And so go ahead and subscribe for sure. Definitely like the channel and leave a comment below on anything that you think you would do differently or maybe add or anything like that. Maybe just to kind of like help anyone else who's either watching the channel or who's interested in a list like this, stuff like that. So feel free to post your opinion and be sure definitely again to subscribe. We're trying to build, or I'm trying to build as much as possible and then keep putting out as much different Legion content as I can. And that's coming out. Okay, so for Rebels, we're going to do a Rebel skirmish list with Cassian. I don't know if I've done a skirmish with Cassian or not. I don't remember, but he's really good. I feel like because you're going to be getting K2SO, which is awesome. And then, for attrition last minute, no one can really shoot at him, at least for a while. So he can probably last for a good round or two, safe of points. So that's always a good thing to do. Cassian, I would do Hunter, honestly. Hunter and situational awareness. I am going to give him ascension cables at the moment and then his config. Just because, and then possibly give K2 this for the time being. Mostly ascension cables because, it's going to be a skirmish. You're going to want to get him in and out as much as possible. He's going to be able to get a recover in there from one of his command cards. So you might as well. You can do Hunter or you could do offensive push. Technically, since he is going to be able to recover kind of if you give him that command card and he's one of those people, then he'll be able to get that back. So you might as well save 2 points, but Hunter is also often really, really good. That way, in case you need that, aim and you need those two moves. And that way, if this is already, exhausted and you don't have it, then yeah, it kind of sucks. But okay, so next, let's see. And I'll kind of explain a little bit more as well. So with Cassian's command card, covert ops, so he gains infiltrate if you want to use him as a commander. Danger sense 3, so he's going to be able to use the suppression to his advantage to maybe last a little bit longer if possible. Loadout, to say that you don't want to take ascension cables, you can take that out and kind of save some points and become blue player. Marksman is always good to be able to dice fix, and then tactical 1, always giving him an aim when he moves. Situational awareness, giving him another aim when he moves. That way, he can do everything with dice fixing. Like I said, if you don't want to give him offensive push because you think that tactical 1 is already getting an aim and he doesn't need anything else, you could probably give him endurance just in case, or the duck and cover. Honestly, sorry, not endurance, but duck and cover. I was thinking of environmental gear. Sorry. Let's see. Seize the initiative. No, you don't need that. Overwatch. I mean, you could do Overwatch, especially with the standby that I think he's going to be getting. Doesn't he get a standby in one of his command cards? Was it number 1? Yeah, it is 1 pip. He gets gunslinger, he gets suppression, and he gains a standby at the end. So you could give him that for his 1 pip. That way he can shoot 3 times in that 1, just in case someone does move into that line of sight. But just in case, you don't have to. I mean, if you want, like I said, if you want to go with Hunter, go with Hunter. That's probably what I would choose for now, to give him that extra aim token, because he could always use it. Rebel veterans will go without at the moment because we are in a skirmish list. So honestly, I just skip through everything on and go straight to Wookie warriors. With the Wookie warriors, I honestly think decking them out with that one, the tenacity for sure. Now, if you wanted to, since it is skirmish, you could go with it. You're going to be getting into the fray very easily, very often. So you could go with that. Situational awareness, you could honestly go with, or offensive push. Offensive push is probably what I would assume I'm going to go ahead and do because, like I said, Castian has a command card that allows special forces to recover. So you could give, and it's 3 units, I think. So you could give it to the Wookiee warriors, both of them, because I'm going to do 2 of them. And then for the gear, honestly, targeting scopes, I think is the best. So we're going to go ahead and double that. We get 6 activations. We get 2 kitted out Wookiee warriors, a kitted out Cassian, and then a good K2S. So you don't have the heavy on the Rebel veterans, and you can't really put someone else on there because it's 9 points and not 8 points, which kind of sucks. You could take away the blaster and put a Rebel veteran in there just in case you wanted to keep K2 from attacking. Let's see, hold on. That's 18 points. For 18 points, you can give yourself the medical droid. Boom. There you go. Keep those Wookiee warriors alive for as long as you can. Now, again, you can take off Hunter because you probably don't need Hunter, and you could either do, again, Overwatch, which doesn't sound bad. It's just kind of up to you. Now, I do like the Wookiee warriors with the battle shield in Skirmish. Tenacity, offensive push, like I said. So with the command cards, Cassian's 3-pit volunteer mission. When Cassian issues an order to a special forces unit, which the Wookiee's warriors will be, that unit can recover and boom. So you'll be able to get the offensive push back. It gains danger sense 1. So if it gets shot at, and since it has a courage 2 anyway, it's gonna be good. Danger sense 1, and a suppression. That way it gets that extra white dice roll. Especially since you're not going to be having any kind of surges, you're probably going to want that card for sure. And that's the only reason I'm taking that. Now, I wouldn't do sacrifice. That's kind of not important in this one. I would go with assault and then last stand, Cassian and a trooper. Mostly this one is for another commander and operative, so mostly for him and K2. So they gain indomitable, an aim, a dodge, or a suppression for each wound they have. So if you really needed to get nasty with K2, or if K2 had to do something, you could have done that. If you don't want that, I would just go with it, honestly. That one, and then push for sure, and then crack shot definitely. And you could go with sabotage communications if you can time it right, but it's really hard to time that right. And then you're kind of limited. So ambush is kind of what I would do. This is just a simple 6 activation skirmish rebel list with Cassian. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, since Cassian, when he attacks, has 2 red in melee, if you needed to, you could, instead of Overwatch, if you felt like it and you feel like, everything's going to be super, super close, give him tenacity. And that'll give him 3 reds when he's wounded. So you have that. That's at least throwing a ton of dice from just Cassian. I feel like that's insane. Overwatch is really only kind of come in handy 1 turn. Tenacity might last you a little bit longer. And since he has loadout, it really doesn't matter. They're both 4 points anyway, so you might as well go with that. If you don't want the Rebel veterans, you can go with something different. Wookiee warriors, I feel like, with charge, with recover action from volunteer mission, with the offensive push there, you're getting twice a free aim when you move. So you can move, and then move, get the offensive push, and then charge. And then hopefully you finish them out, and then you could move, charge. It's at least giving you multiple options to not have to sit and take an aim. But there you go. That is a simple, just Cassian K2 list with the Rebel veterans and the medium blaster with 2 different Wookiee warriors, giving you 498, just a 2-point bid. 6 activations, not too bad. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think. If you want a different kind of skirmish list for rebels or for any other, thing or list, faction, I should say, or you think of someone else that you kind of want me to create a skirmish list for or around, let me know. Like if you want me to build a skirmish list technically around the AA5, I'm sure I could probably do that, but it's just up to you if you guys want to let me know. But all right. I will catch you guys on the next list build, probably Empire, and then clones, and then CIS. All right. Catch you soon.